longer belonged to secrecy or to any order of men. It belonged to endurance. By the seventh night, the manual had swollen beyond its original intent. It was no longer simply instruction for a monarch, but an inheritance for civilization itself. If the world must lose its kings, he thought, let it not lose its architects. Bacon set down his quill, rubbed his eyes, and whispered to no one, "May the mind outlive the crown." English coast, 3 weeks later. Dawn broke pale and soundless over the grey waters. The tide rose with the weight of farewell, soft waves striking the hull of a waiting ship. Francis Bacon stood upon the pier, wrapped in a dark wool cloak, his long grey hair restless in the wind. Behind the lenses of his round spectacles, his eyes reflected both fatigue and calm certainty. A lone figure approached through the fog. The king's courier, dressed in black velvet, bearing a sealed chest bound with iron clasps. "His Majesty sends this by his own hand," the courier said, bowing. "Your passage and provisions are in order. You sail under the guise of a trade envoy bound for Jamestown. None but I know the truth." Bacon nodded. "And the manuscript?" The courier opened the chest just enough for Bacon to see the bound leather volume within, sealed with red wax, its rose compass imprint deep and unbroken. "It will be delivered to His Majesty before nightfall," the man said quietly. Bacon looked out to sea, the horizon veiled in mist. "Tell your king," he said slowly, "that the council within is not meant to preserve his reign, but his soul. If he mistakes one for the other, England will not see another century unscarred." The courier hesitated. "You truly believe war will come?" Bacon's breath fogged in the cold. "It has already begun. Only the banners remain invisible." He turned to the ship, its sails stirring against the morning light. Sailors moved about in silence, stowing crates marked with the royal crest now shrouded beneath plain canvas. The smell of salt and oak filled the air. Bacon placed a hand upon the rail and paused, looking once more toward the cliffs fading behind the fog. "All that is ordered decays," he said softly, "but from the ruins of pride may reason build again." The courier bowed deeply. "Shall I tell them you are dead, my lord?" Bacon smiled faintly. "Tell them I am thinking." He ascended the gangway.